Welcome to Healthy Cooking with Chef Jeff today. We're here at Holiday Campground on a beautiful day out here at the lake. As y'all can see behind me, off to my left and my right. Well, I did that wrong, but anyway, today we got a special menu. Today we're doing some cod fish. No, it's not caught out here. This is a bought product. And we're also taking some Orzo Pasta, roasted peppers, and some shrimp, and some nice looking shrimp too. I have right here. I hope the camera can see that. I hadn't started. Those are 2630 shrimp. And my featured vegetable for the day is Swiss chard. Swiss chard is a leafy vegetable similar to spinach. It comes from the beet family, and it comes from different colors. You may see it in yellow stems, red stems, and even this color stems and stuff. It is good for diabetes, high blood pressure, headaches, believe it or not, it's a good product to have for a salad, side vegetable, or even put on a sandwich. You can do those things. And I also have a little bit of wine here, a little bit of just basic white wine. And I'm gonna cook the shrimp with that also, and make the sauce for the fish. My fish, I'm gonna saute it over here on this flat grill right here. I'm gonna cook it, all right? And this saucepan here, I'm gonna use it for my Orzo pasta. Orzo look like rice. Most people think it's rice when it's on a plate, but it's pasta. And that style of pasta is over 200 years old for its making it. So the Europeans been making that forever. All right, so let me get started. The first thing I'm gonna prep is my fish. And I'm gonna prep my fish right here. All right. I don't wanna stretch up this board. So I'm gonna place a wooden board down here, because if I cut on here, it's gonna dull my knife. So I don't wanna do that. I'm putting it on a wooden board for that safety factor. Okay? And this is some nice looking fish. I get it myself when we at home, and I broil it at home in the oven. Oh wow, look at these fillets. They are nice, very nice. And I'm only going to use one of these. I'm not going to use both of these. So I'm going to set this guy to the side over here. And I'm going to season it. And the seasoning I got two different flavors of seasoning. The seasoning I want to use is this Greek seasoning. And it's got a lot of healthy herbs in it. That's good for you. All right. It's somewhat low in sodium, so you don't have to worry about that. All right. So what I'm gonna do, this end here, the thinner end, I'm gonna cut it on a bias like that. So you can see when it cooks real fast. It's a white fish, and it cooks real fast. So this portion here, I'm cutting on a bias. It cooks. It takes a little bit longer than that piece to cook. All right. I'm just gonna take that off. This piece here is a nice section here. If I really had some crab stuffing, I would split it in here and stuff that bad boy, put it on the grill, and cover it up so it'll be very, very seasoned. Okay? First things first. A little bit of oil. And be smart. Fill your cap up. And that oil right there, and that's about all the oil I'm gonna need. I'm gonna massage this guy, and then I'm gonna take my Greek seasoning and put on it. And this fish, it does cook fast. Let's see here. Got it coming. I hope y'all can hear these boats and whatever else going on in the background. It is a pleasant day, and I was hoping to hear a little animal wildlife while I was out here, maybe some geese or something like that, as long as they don't come around me, because they can make a mess. That there. Season this very well like that. Now I'm just going to set it in this pan until I get ready for it. Now to get this fish off my board. All right. Change these gloves, because I don't want to mess up. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is the next thing I'm going to do is work on my Swiss chard. This, I already rinsed it, and these are the leaves of it. You can take these rivets out with your hand and cut up the leaves itself. These rivets also can be used too, because you don't want to throw anything away when you come to cooking. And that could be part of the Orzo pasta and roasted peppers, sauteed a little bit, that kind of stuff. I apologize for looking down all the time. Trying to make sure I do what I'm supposed to do here. And I'm not going to use all of this product, so I'm going to set the rest of it back over in the pan. Take a couple of these guys, set the rest of it back over there, and I'm going to rough cut it. And what I'm going to do with it, once I rough cut it, I'm going to set it in this pan here. I'm going to season the pan first with this herb butter I got, that there, and the roasted peppers that I have right here. All right, but the thing that takes the longest is my Orzo pasta. I'm gonna put some water in this saucepan to cook the pasta with, and then I'm gonna add all the ingredients. And I have a third pan over here with my shrimp in it, and I'm gonna also use that to saute the pasta, cook the pasta. Okay. And the best way to cut this, if you want to stack it, like so, get the leaves all together, stack them up, and rough cut it. And you want to cut it so when it cooks, it'll be bite-sized to fit in your mouth and not stringy and all that kind of stuff. So all right. And like I was telling the guys earlier, this product here, Swiss chard, is from the beet family, and it's also from the spinach family. It is good for high blood pressure. It got lots of vitamin A and C in it, so it's pretty good for you. So if you like eating healthy, this would be the product you want to use. Now, with this, I'm cutting it into strips like you would do a celery strip if you dicing stuff. But most people today, they use equipment to blend stuff up. Me, I prefer to use a knife. That's just who I am. I guess I'm from the old school. That new generation of cooks, they use equipment real quick and get it done. And I want to catch this product here in my pasta. Now, that Orzo Pasta, the peppers for it. These are roasted peppers. You can buy them in the store. They got good flavor. The best thing about them, you can make a roasted pepper sauce and stuff with them. Then go with some pasta and add whatever meat you want to add to it. And I'm cutting these into chunks for a simple fact that I want it to be the star, one of the stars with the Orzo Pasta, sort of stand out and look like tomatoes. You know, to add that water. And let it come to a boil. And while that's going on, while that's heating up, I'm now going to put my fish on. And I'm going to start with a larger piece first. Give it a little bit of oil. That fish is soaked that oil right on up. And I got my grill on a low heat, so it won't cook so fast and it'll simmer. Because if it cook too fast at a high temperature, then I have a problem on my hand. All right, you know, the Swiss chard. I'm gonna add just a little bit of oil to it. Heat these guys up. A little salt and pepper. Because you gotta add flavor to this. This is one of those things you gotta add flavor to. Have to be careful with the salt. Now these herbs. Be smart with this. It's a dry herb, so put just a little bit of that in there. I know you like being on the show, but come on, you got to give me my space too. A little spider that dropped down on me. Most people freak out over a spider on them, but no. All right, my water is about almost ready for my pasta. And this pasta really doesn't take that long. Smell that fish? I wish y'all could smell it. It smells wonderful. Yep. And I gotta do a old school trick on this. I didn't bring a spatula. Thank you, sir. One of the TV guys brought me a spatula. I appreciate it. And it's a flaky fish, a very flaky fish. You can see how it began to turn and the bright greenness to it. Now that herb butter I have. Like I said, it doesn't take long to cook this type of fish. It's a real flaky fish, kind of difficult to cook on a grill. Now, to add my Orzo pasta to my water, I'll go ahead and get that going, because this pasta didn't take long either. And since it's a starchy product, to keep it loose, add just a little bit of oil to it. You may notice I'm using a little bit of vegetable oil on everything. Man, can y'all, I wish y'all could smell this. This is absolutely wonderful. I'm gonna cheat. The herbs in that herb butter brought the flavor out right along with the salt and pepper to it. You know, when I get ready to do the shrimp that's over here, I'm gonna saute that as well. Set my Swiss Chard over here. Wow, that is really good. Got a little bit of bite. I'm taking the tail off of these guys because when I get ready to cook it, it's gonna be just right. And I got these shrimp here. I got them from the local grocery store, which is easier. We don't have a true seafood market around here, but it's okay. The local groceries, they have enough product for us to be able to do the things we need to do. All right. Now, you may notice I got garlic on the grill, and this is where the garlic gonna come in at. I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic in my saucepan at the end, but I want my shrimp to get sauteed off pretty good. Again, that herb butter. A little bit of garlic. Almost there on that. Didn't take long. Lunch gonna be wonderful today. Now just saute these guys off. With that. And that pasta, it began to cook. It doesn't take long. The longer it sets there and get all that starch out of it, and once I'm gonna add just a little bit of this to it. Man, I know you guys hungry, and lunchtime it's almost over, or for some people, or it just began for others. In this campground, holiday campground, and we at Kiki, right? Kiki, we over here. That's where you see us at. So I hope everybody on Facebook is watching. My friends, welcome back. It's been kind of nice. Put you off. All right. And I'm gonna set this fish down in here with the shrimp for now. Because the fish, the shrimp, and all gonna go together. Now, the cream that I got right here, that cream, I'm gonna use it here, and I'm gonna add some of that white wine to it. And then I'm gonna put the fish and shrimp back in there. All right. I'm gonna take just a little bit more of this butter here, because I like herbs in it. Let it do what it do. And that pasta, it began to get where it needs to be. All the starch began to come out of it. I may need to add just a little bit more water to it, because once I add this and this to that, nothing like being on the outside cooking. Bring these guys back up here so I can get back to temperature. Those plates, we still have those plates I need to do the presentation. Thank you. Got them right here. Now, there we go. A little bit of white wine added to this. You know, if I was at home fixing this, my daughter would want to add cheese to it. She loves herself some cheese. But now, let me take this fish, set it down in here, in here. It is a flaky fish. In Puerto Rico, I had a dish similar to this. It was all it's a staple for the state there. It was all together, and they put it in a bowl. You had shrimp, crab, different types of seafood in there. It was all together. Now, cut these guys off and let them set there. That look marvelous. Can y'all see that out there? I got my shrimp in here, I got my fish over here, and of course it's gonna break up. It's a flaky fish. It was beginning to almost look like a stew. I got my roasted peppers in here and my Swiss chard, the stems of it there. In that Orzo pasta, it began to get to where it needed to be. All right, that same saute pan I used on the fish, I'm gonna clean it off a little bit, and then I'm gonna use it to saute those peppers and stuff. Teflon, I love Teflon. These guys here. That Swiss chard I got right here, and these peppers, I'm gonna put in here, and I'm gonna dash it with a little white wine, and then I'm gonna place it in this saucepan here. All right. Let it get a little temperature up to on here. I like this herb. I like it. Really do. If you ever had it, you get that Greek seasoning. You ever had it, it's good on fish, chicken, all this thing. I wouldn't put it on steak or anything like that, but that, perfect. A lot of components to this. While that is doing what it needs to do, I'm gonna go ahead and open up my plate so I can do a presentation on it. And we are outside, so I figured why not use outside plates? Can't use Chinette out here, China plates out here. So this is the perfect thing. I wish I can get some feedback from the people on Facebook, but I'm almost certain people are pretty busy doing their own thing. I'm saving a lot of wine this way. Give it a little bit of salt, pepper, because that need it. That pepper sure does smell good. Now, these guys, that sure do look good like that. All right, clean my board off a little bit. Plate presentation. And these are simple things you could do at home for yourself. First thing on first, you always want to put your starch down first. All right. Got a little Orzo Pasta and seasoned vegetables. And most people like to put their starches in the center. Well, I can do that too. Move it to the center. And let these guys right here. I want to get that fish out of there first. Big piece of fish. And take a little bit of this, the Swiss chard. Now, these guys. Get you a little bit of shrimp on here. And can't go wrong with the sauce. Now you got your starch, your vegetable, and your two proteins. All right. Wrong towel. And that's it. That's a beautiful plate there. A little cod, a little Swiss chard on this side, and the Orzo Pasta is kind of hidden underneath of everything. But once you start tasting this, you get all the flavor and body of some true seafood, and it's healthier for you. The fattest thing you got in here is your pasta and your cream. The fish is low fat, the Swiss chard is low fat, even though I use white wine in it. And it cuts the oil that I put in there, product. So that's one thing about white wine. It's good for you too. All right. So you can cook with white wine, beer, brown alcohol, all those things. So that should be all for my show for today. This is Healthy Cooking with Chef Jeff. Hello everybody on Facebook and all my Walmart friends and my public friends. Well, stay tuned for next show. We don't know where we're going to be. We'll be somewhere within a few weeks. But we're here at Holiday Campground. And I want to make sure people get that right. Beautiful place. Every year I come out here and I love it. First stop. See you next time.